If you're stuck on YouTube, I might have the answer for you. So I have a buddy who has 300,000 subscribers on YouTube, and he is stuck. No matter what he tries to do, he can't grow. So I was talking to him about this because I'm a consultant. I help YouTubers grow and get more views. And I currently work with a 15 million sub channel, a 20 million sub channel, I think a 25 million sub channel as well. And I help them get more views. And I want to share with you what we talked about because I think it's going to break him out of his rut. For context, he's been stuck at 20 million views from shorts for the last couple months and maybe even a year. And the answer to why that's happening is because of marginal gains, okay? Every single day, he'll make a video and he'll study the greats. He'll study the big YouTubers and see how they script, how they edit. He'll see what kind of ideas they do, and he'll pour his heart and soul. He'll work 10 to 12-hour days trying to make the best videos possible, yet nothing's changing. He can't really find a way to explode his views. You know, you would think if you spent 12 hours a day grinding on learning and optimizing your content, you know, that would blow your channel up, but he's not. Why is that? The answer is that he's reached a point where the returns are too diminishing. And this is a big thing in YouTube, is that everyone talks about optimization. I talk about optimization. It's super important, optimizing your content to get more views. But there is a point where it stops being the highest leverage thing you can do, and instead the returns just start diminishing. Focusing past a certain point on optimization gets you increasingly diminishing returns until if you're stuck in a rut, it's not gonna get you out. And so for this guy, my friend, he was focusing on, you know, scripting better, trying to make better ideas, trying to edit better, those kind of things. And fundamentally, that was never gonna get him out of the rut. Instead, he needed to change playing fields completely. He was making fact videos about Star Wars. He was a Star Wars creator. And the playing field he needed to switch to was he needed to find a way to appeal to a broader audience, right? Casuals, because everyone knows Star Wars, but not everyone is interested in, you know, very niche facts. So he needed to find a way to appeal to a bigger audience, and he needed to find a way to build a moat around his content. Because where he was at, anybody could really copy him. You know, it was just, you find some clips of Star Wars, find an interesting fact online, and then post the video and you're done. It was very easy to copy and anyone could do it. And fundamentally, if you were to just try to keep on improving, find better facts or edit better or script better, that wasn't going to give him a big jump in growth. Instead, he needed to find something bigger and something newer, change the playing field. And what do I mean by changing the playing field? Well, when you have a YouTube channel, there's several different playing fields you can focus on. The first one is quality. You know, that's if you put a lot of work and effort into quality, that's going to get you a return. That's going to get you more views if you do it correctly. What can also get you more views is frequency. If you put more videos out, on average, you'll get more views, right? But what I recommended to him wasn't just jumping on frequency, it was to change the style of his content completely. And I want you to be aware of this because this is super important. Look at what are you working on, and is it a high leverage thing? And in general, you should be spending most of your time on coming up with video ideas, making really strong packaging, so the title and thumbnail, and crushing the first 30 seconds of your video. The other one I would add is like making sure each beat or each section of your video is very strong. But those would be the main things I would focus on. In general, if you're focusing on other things, those are gonna have lower impact than the things I just mentioned. Sometimes it's not about doing more, it's about finding something that's higher leverage that's gonna get you a bigger ROI than what you're currently doing. Because if you put enough work into something, congratulations, that's amazing, but the ROIs can quickly diminish a lot. And so you constantly need to juggle, you know, going harder than everyone else, but also making sure you're focused on things that actually make a dent in hitting views on YouTube. So I hope that made sense.